Hi, and welcome to The Lie Show. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's been on a lot of people's minds lately. The feeling that the world doesn't seem real anymore. Maybe you've experienced this yourself. You go about your day, doing the things you normally do, but somehow it all feels a little off. Like you're not fully present, or like you're just going through the motions. Or maybe you've noticed that the things you used to find enjoyable just don't seem to bring you the same level of satisfaction anymore. This can be a really unsettling feeling, and it's not uncommon to wonder what's going on. Why does the world feel so strange and disconnected? Is it just you, or is something else at play? There could be a lot of reasons for this feeling. It could be that you're going through a tough time in your personal life, and everything else just seems a little less important or meaningful. It could be that you're feeling overwhelmed by the constant stream of information and stimuli we're all exposed to these days. It's hard to stay grounded and focused when we're constantly bombarded with notifications, social media updates, and news headlines. But it's not just about the quantity of information we're exposed to. It's also about the quality. With so much fake news and misinformation circulating online, it can be hard to trust what we're seeing and hearing. It's easy to feel like we're living in a world of alternative facts, where the truth is whatever someone wants it to be. This can be really disorienting and unsettling. And it's no wonder that people might start to feel like the world isn't real. Another possibility is that you're feeling disconnected from the people around you. With so much of our communication happening online, it's easy to feel like we're not really connecting with others in a meaningful way. We might feel like we're just talking to avatars on a screen rather than actual human beings. And with the pandemic and social distancing measures in place, we might be feeling more isolated than usual, which can definitely contribute to the feeling that the world isn't real. It's also worth considering the role that our own mental health plays in all of this. If you're struggling with anxiety, depression, or some other mental health issue, it can definitely affect the way you experience the world around you. It's important to reach out for help if you're feeling like this, and to remember that you're not alone. But even if you're not struggling with mental health issues, it's still possible to feel like the world isn't real. We're living in an increasingly fast-paced and chaotic world, and it can be hard to keep up. We might feel like we're constantly racing from one thing to the next, without ever really stopping to take a breath. This can make it hard to feel present and connected to the world around us. It's also worth considering the role that technology plays in all of this. With the rise of virtual and augmented reality, it's easier than ever to blur the lines between what's real and what's not. We might find ourselves spending more and more time in digital worlds, where everything is simulated and designed to be as immersive and engaging as possible. This can be a lot of fun, of course, but it can also make it harder to distinguish between what's real and what's not. But there are a few other factors that might be contributing to this feeling as well. One of these is the sense of disconnection we might be feeling from the natural world. With so much of our time spent indoors, in front of screens, it's easy to lose touch with the rhythms of nature. We might feel disconnected from the seasons, the cycles of life and death, and the natural beauty that surrounds us. Another factor is the way we experience time. With so much of our time structured and scheduled, it can be hard to find the space and time to just be. We might feel like we're always rushing from one thing to the next, and we don't have the time or the energy to truly be present and engage with the world around us. This can make everything feel a little off, like we're just going through the motions rather than truly living. Finally, it's worth considering the role that our own expectations and beliefs might be playing in all of this. We have certain expectations about how the world should be, or how our lives should be going, it can be hard to let go of those expectations when things don't turn out the way we want them to. We might feel like we're not living up to our own expectations, or like the world is somehow falling short of what it should be. This can make everything feel a little less real, a little less meaningful. So what can we do about all of this? How can we reconnect with the world and find meaning and purpose again? One thing we can do is to try and spend more time in nature. This could mean taking a walk in the park, going for a hike, or simply sitting and enjoying the beauty of the natural world. Being in nature can help us feel more grounded and connected to something bigger than ourselves, which can be really powerful and healing. We can also try to create more space and time for ourselves. This might mean setting aside time for activities we enjoy, or finding ways to simplify our schedules and make room for the things that matter most to us. It might also mean setting boundaries with technology and social media, so that we're not constantly interrupted or pulled away from the present moment. It's also crucial to remember that it's okay to have expectations and goals, but we need to be careful not to let them become too rigid or inflexible. It's important to be open to change and to be able to adapt when things don't go as planned. This can be hard, but it's also an essential part of being alive. Finally, it's essential to remember that we're not alone in this. There are many people out there who are struggling with the same feelings, and it can be really helpful to talk to someone about it. This might be a friend, a family member, or a therapist. It's okay to not have all the answers, and it's okay to ask for help. So if the world doesn't feel real to you right now, know that you're not alone. There are many possible reasons for this feeling, and it's important to take care of yourself and seek out the help you need. Remember that this too shall pass, and that you have the strength and resilience to get through it. Lastly, it is important to try and stay connected to what's real and meaningful in your life. This could be spending time with loved ones, engaging in activities you find fulfilling, or simply taking a moment to be present and mindful. These things can help anchor us in the present and remind us that the world is still real, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe